Let's take a few minutes to learn about whistleblowing ethics here at UNM. Who is a whistleblower when it comes to research ethics? At UNM, a whistleblower could be anyone in a lab, in the field, or participating in other research who sees something that does not seem right and then comes forward to report it. For example, someone might see a researcher making up or changing data or plagiarizing or manipulating a figure in a publication or a grant application. If you were that someone, what would you do? If you see something, it is important to say something. This is especially true if you see research misconduct or behavior that is dangerous to other people, facilities, or any type of scientific or scholarly activity that could be compromised. Research misconduct officially is the falsification or fabrication of data or plagiarism in the research. By reporting research misconduct, whistleblowers help protect the integrity of scientific research. Yet whistleblowing is difficult since people who are whistleblowers often suffer consequences, including retribution, like Joseph Thomas, the former lab analyst at Duke University, who was recently awarded nearly $34 million after blowing the whistle on falsified research data. He lost his job after reporting the research fraud that he'd observed. Fortunately, there are some protections for whistleblowers in accordance with the State Whistleblower Protection Act. Before you decide to blow the whistle, consider these three things. First, necessity. Do you feel it's necessary to expose the misconduct? Second, obligation. Do you have a moral obligation to report it? And third, consequences. Are you prepared for the consequences that may result for both you and the accused? There are a few other things that you should do if you decide whistleblowing is your best course of action. Confirm your own perspective to avoid false accusations, and ask questions rather than draw conclusions. If you determine that it's more than just questionable research practice that has occurred, gather evidence or documentation to support your claim of misconduct. Evidence can include images that have been altered, emails that have been exchanged, manuscripts submitted, recorded conversations, or any other physical representation. Last, remember your role. Your role is not to do an investigation, but to report what you saw honestly, and then be available if there is a need for additional documentation or if there are questions. So how do you make a claim of research misconduct here at UNM? Well, you can speak to your PI, that's the principal investigator if you're working on a grant-funded project. You might also talk to a trusted mentor or an advisor. If you're not comfortable with those options, then try talking to the department chair or the dean of the school of your department. Once your issue or claim is made known in the office of the Vice President for Research, the investigation begins. The Research Integrity Officer will initiate an investigation and follow the procedures under Policy E40. For more information about UNM's whistleblowing policy and its process, you can contact the Office of Research and Compliance. You can also visit the Academic Integrity and Research Ethics website or send an email to airunm@unm.edu to schedule a confidential consultation with the AIRE director. Finally, here's a podcast of an actual whistleblower in science.